DeVries. Lexi Johnson just a push across the net now. Set comes from Bading into the back row, and nice heads-up play by Jones to let it go out of play. Tigers get the point. 11-7, Red Oak with the lead. Set number 1 coming back into the game is Went, out of the game Blackman for Red Oak. Lexi Johnson back to serve into the back row. Received by Venner. Up front, hit hard by Glenn. Tigers handle it well. Abby Jones hits it right at the net, and we're going to have a net violation on the part of the Knights, and the Tigers check that. Net violation on the part of the Tigers. Knights get the point. It's Red Oak 11, Kuemper 8 here in the first set in Red Oak this evening. Service comes from Petalty. DeVries to Johnson, hits it into the net, and the Knights get the point.
Is that your knee?
How are we coming, Eli?
We are back.
We're back, huh?
Yes.
A little bit of a technical difficulty there with not exactly sure what happened.
I don't know what happened. That's just technology being technology, I guess.
Set from DeVries to Carbaugh. Carbaugh hits it down, but the Knights get under it, keep it alive, back across the net. Now free ball across the net. DeVries to Carbaugh. This time it goes down. Liz Carbaugh. And it's Tigers got a little bit of momentum out of that. Big kill by Carbaugh. Nice set by DeVries. 12-9. Red Oak with the lead. Set number 1. Hit across the net. Free ball by Glenn. Jones set to Went. Hits it in the back. It goes. The Knights just couldn't get under it as Avery Petalty was there to try to get under it, but just couldn't quite reel it in. Goes out of play, and the Tigers grab the point. We're going to have a timeout on the court. Red Oak leads 13-9 here in set number 1. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after this.
Now I got us unmuted. All right. We should be well going now.
All right. Dug out by Jones, patched up front, and went there. But, boy, right in the front row is Sophie Baiting, and she just knocks it right back down, and the Knights gain the point.
And you know what? Kemper's not going to be going anywhere. They're going to be fighting. They're going to be making sure you fight to get every point, and they're going to be coming right back at you.
It's not going to come easy. That's just the way the Knights are, Eli. Schoen serves it hard, but into the net. And the Tigers will get the point. Substitution here. Ashlyn Blackman back to serve for Red Oak. Dug out by number 19. Hit hard there at the net by Baiting, Sophie Baiting, but and back to serve is Ashlyn Baiting. Now, Ashlyn had a heck of a run here, about 6 in a row.
And they really need her right here to get 5 more back for Kuemper.
Hit hard and just a bit far, goes out of play, and the point will go to the Tigers. 19-13. Back to serve is Carrick, Tori Carrick now with this jump serve. Into the back row, up front. Set dug by Jones. Jones kept that alive somehow and in play. Now up front, Ashley Baiting, hit hard by Venner.
And that's on the antenna, remember? That's what it is. It's the antenna, not the upright.
The upright. It hit the upright, Eli.
That's right. Sue Ann helped us with that last year.
Is it antenna or upright?
The antenna.
It's an upright.
Yeah,
I'm going with
either
upright. Schoen digs it. Hit hard there by Michelson. Julia Michelson hits it hard and gets the point for the Knights. Coming into the ball game is Glenn. And back to serve is Simons. Macy Simons, a sophomore. Overall, boy, I tell you what, Eli, this is a young team, too, from the Knights.
Very young team and very talented, too.
Jones, Carrick. We're going to have a double touch on the part of the Tigers. Carrick just a bit out of position on that.
Trying to get her footing back, kind of an awkward spot where the ball landed. Try her best to get it back over.
Simons back to serve right across the top of the net. Jones is there, set from DeVries. Lennon O'Neill, nice heads-up play, keeps it back into play across the net. Hit into the net by Julia Michelson, and the Tigers will gain the point. 21-15, Red Oak with the lead, set number 1 here in Red Oak this evening. And back to serve will be Lennon O'Neill for Red Oak. 21-15, play to 25.
Yep.
Best 3 out of 5. Lennon O'Neill's service across the net, dug out nicely. Hit hard, but out of play. Pretty sure that was Glenn that hit that. That must have just been on the line because it looked pretty close.
Pretty close right there. You got some stud line judges out there. It looks like they're going to be pretty stern.
Lennon O'Neill into the back row to Schoen. Pushes it up front to Baiting. Hit across the net. Carrick. Lexi Johnson's there to tap it across. Now hit hard by Michelson, kept alive by the Tigers. Lexi Johnson hits it. Kind of taps a couple of times by the Knights, and then finally pushed across the net by Venner. Blackman keeps it alive. Johnson, free ball across the net by O'Neill. Set goes to Michelson. She hits it down. Boy, what a volley. Now Lexi Johnson, a little two-hand push right across the net. Kept alive. Hit just kind of tapped across there by Venner. And the Knights get the point after what a volley that was.
Volley back and forth, just kind of, still early in the season, not getting your play set up right. But you know what? Whatever it takes to get the point, right?
Heads up play by the Tigers to let it go out of play. And it's 23-16, set number 1. Red Oak with the lead. Went comes back into the ballgame for Red Oak. Out of the game, Blackman. Back to serve for the Tigers will be Lexi Johnson. Into the back row. Doug pushed up front to Ashlyn Baiting. DeVries taps it across the net quickly. Hit by Julia Michelson, and the point goes to the Knights.
The Knights aren't going away. Like I said, they're going to go after everything. They're not giving up. They're going to keep going at you.
Back to serve into the ball game is Avery Peddlety. She goes back to serve for the Knights. 23-17. Red Oak leads, set number 1. Peddlety served, kept alive by Jones. Carbaugh's there, but it's blocked. DeVries to Went, blocked. And the Knights get the point.
And two big blocks right there coming from the front row of Kuemper.
And here we go, 23-18. Red Oak leads, set number one. Back to serve is Avery Peddlety for the Knights. Into the back row, Carrick is there to keep it alive. DeVries to Wentz. Wentz hits it across the net. Peddlety digs it. Set goes to Simons. It's in play. Point goes to the Knights. 23-19. Knights just keep getting back into it.
Knights are going to keep staying. Need a little momentum shift here. Need to get a backup point here from this serve and get it back to the service line.
23-19. Red Oak leads, and Peddlety's serve. She was being aggressive and going low, and it was just too low right into the net. So here we are, set point. DeVries to serve, 24-19. Into the back row. Up front to Baiting, hit hard by the Knights. DeVries, Lexi Johnson, just a little push across the net. Knights keep it alive. DeVries to Went. Went hits it down the line. It's out of play. Point goes to the Knights, 24-20. Red Oak leads.
Gonna come right down to it right here on this set. Red Oak, just keep your poise, stay calm. Kuemper, just keep on attacking like they have been.
The libero back to serve now for the Knights. Into the back row to Jones. DeVries. Carbaugh hits it down off of the hands. Tigers get set number one, 24-20. Set number one. Red Oak takes the lead, 24-20. We're going to take a break and be right back after these messages. Back to Red Oak, to the Orange Gymnasium. Aaron West along with Eli Bells. Melanie, thanks for running the camera. Did you see that look, Eli?
Oh, yeah, I saw
Tigers
it.
take set number one here in Red Oak, 25-20. Set number one, Red Oak takes over Kuemper.
And that was a set right there that you expect. A battle from both sides.
Both teams led.
Yep, both teams have led. Both teams battling. I expect that right here in the second set.
And the Tigers will serve to start set number two. Back behind the service line will be Ashlyn Blackman. Now, Kuemper's coach has a little discussion with the official. We're set. It's time for volleyball set number two here in Red Oak. It's senior night. It's the home opener. It's the first varsity volleyball game in the gym, Eli.
That's right. We're here. I think they're ready to rock and roll here officials. Let's get going.
Set. And it is time to go. And like I said, back behind the service line for the Tigers, Ashlyn Blackman, a junior for Red Oak. Nice serve across the net, dug out by the libero up front, hit hard by Sophie Baiting, but just right on the line must have been. Then the Knights get the point.
And that's what the Knights want. They want to start like that after dropping the first set. You want to start off hot, and that's where you get it going.
Great hit by Baiting. She's a sophomore.
Yep.
A 5'11 sophomore. Back to serve for the Knights is Ashlyn Baiting. Up front, Lexi Johnson just slams it.
And she's got a swing stronger than even last year. She puts it on.
She can hit it. Tied up 1 apiece now, set number 2. Back to serve is Tori Carrick for the Tigers. Jump serve, across the net, dug out by Schoen. Up front, set comes from Ashlyn Bading to Venner, kept alive by the Tigers, back across the net. It reset, hit hard by Venner once again. There's Jones, DeVries, Lexi Johnson. She hits it, and it goes out of play.
And you gotta say, I'm gonna say it again. Jones is all over the court here.
She has almost every play seems like she's in on the ball.
Getting dig after dig.
Tori Carrick jump serve, dug out by Schoen. Set comes from Ashlyn Bading and hit by Sophie Bading. Too far, out of play. Tigers point, 3-1. It's Red Oak with the lead in set number 2 here in Red Oak. Tori Carrick back with this jump serve. Am I forgetting this from last year from Tori?
I don't think you're forgetting it.
And boy, she's effective with it too, Eli.
And she's been working on it. I think that's 2 aces on the night here for her. Coach wants you to just keep going at him.
Back to serve. It's 4-1. Red Oak with the lead. Set number 2. Tori Carrick back. Jump serve. Little soft serve this time, but Knights get under it. Hit from Venner. It's out of play.
And
Tigers ball.
Hot start coming again from the Tigers.
5-1. Red Oak with the lead. Set number 2.
Keep the foot on the gas here for the Tigers.
And Carrick's jump serve coming again. Into the back row. Schoen. Hit by Sophie Bading into the net. And the Tigers roll continues. 6-1 now. Second set.
I think this is Carrick's 3rd or 4th serve here behind the line.
6-1. Tigers won the first, 25-20. Free ball across the net there by the libero. Set goes to Lexi Johnson, and she just goes up and taps it right into the open spot on the court, and it's 7-1.
Just a smart heads-up play right there by Lexi Johnson. They see her coming hard. Might as well tip it right on over. Timeout here, Kuemper.
Timeout. We're going to take a quick break and be right back after this. Welcome back to Red Oak. We're in set number 2. Red Oak wins first set 25-20, and they lead set number 2 7-1. And thanks in no small part to Tori Carrick here in this second set, Eli. She's just on fire from behind the service line.
She is on a roll with that jump serve right now.
Carrick again low. She was being aggressive that time and just a bit low. Shouldn't have said anything.
I think whenever I say that, exactly, whenever I say something like that, somebody's on a roll, it just ends for them. That's my fault.
Coming into the game, Macy Simons for the Knights, a sophomore, 5'5" sophomore behind the service line. Into the back row to Jones. Up front to DeVries. Now to Lexi Johnson. She hammers it down. Knights handle it. DeVries to Lennon O'Neill. And they're wanting a touch call. Slow coming on the call, but the point goes to the Knights. So it's 7-3 now. Red Oak leads set number 2. Back to serve, Macy Simons. Lexi Johnson gets under it. DeVries to O'Neill. And O'Neill gets the point for the Tigers. 8-3. Set number 2, Red Oak with the lead. Now O'Neill goes back behind the service line. We're set. Substitutions made. We're ready. O'Neill behind the line. And we're going to have a rotation error here on the part of the Knights. And the Tigers had it in the first set. That's early season stuff right there.
Exactly what it is. Down towards the next couple games, I guarantee you they're not having any of that.
One of those mistakes, just kind of a mental mistake. That's early season play. We're going to have discussion here. The coach is talking to the official. Make sure we're lined out, and we are. 9-3, Red Oak leads set number 2. O'Neill serve to Schoen. She gets under it. Libero keeps it in play. Now Kinsey Schoen 2-hand push across the net. And Lexi Johnson, free ball across the net. Hit hard by Venner, and the point goes to the Knights.
And
Tigers just got out of sync a little bit on that one.
Exactly. It's been momentum shifting back and forth, and that's exactly what you expect with two teams like this.
And now back to serve for the Knights will be Cameron Venner. Hit by Carbaugh into the open spot on the court. Liz Carbaugh picks up the point for the Tigers. 10-4, Red Oak leads set number 2. Coming into the game, Went. Out of the game, Prescott. Or out of the game,
we're getting them all mixed up here.
Blackman. Wow, boy, it's talking about early season.
Exactly, even for us up here.
That's one of them right there. Schoen hits it, tipped at the net by Carbaugh. Set goes to Went. She hits it hard, and the Tigers get the point. It's 11-4. Red Oak with the lead. Set number 2 here in Red Oak. Now back to serve Lexi Johnson for the Tigers. Into the back row to the libero. Schoen. Free ball across the net or into the net, maybe I should say.
Big solo
by
block
Glenn
there, I guess. You can call it how you want.
It's 12-4. Red Oak with the lead. Set number 2. Lexi Johnson back to serve. Into the back row it goes to Venner. Schoen. Carrick gets under it. DeVries sets Lexi Johnson behind the 10-foot line. Just free ball across the net there. Hit hard by Michelson. Kept alive by the Tigers. And the Knights just couldn't quite get under it. And the point goes to Red Oak.
We want a save by Jones to keep that alive. And another timeout here coming from Kuemper.
The Tigers are rolling. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll serve from Lexi Johnson. Across the net, Schoen gets under it. Set comes from Baiting to Jones. And it's DeVries to Went, kept alive by the Knights. Well, the libero, a little two-hand push there by Schoen, and just right into the open spot on the court. Kinsey Schoen, she's a good ball player.
She is. She gets all around the court here. She hits it down hard, trying to leave Kuemper right back into the set.
Into the ball game for the Knights is Peddlety. Avery Peddlety is another sophomore. Young team, I'm telling you. Carrick under the ball, sets it to Carbaugh. Nice little bump set right there, and Carbaugh just goes up and just taps it once again. Knights expecting the big kill.
Doesn't
Carbaugh
it
just
just
taps
look
it.
like Carbaugh floats in the air?
Yeah. 14-5, Red Oak leads, set number 2. Nice ace. Almost. Well, I gave her the ace before it happened.
Right before
Knights
it.
keep it alive. Two-hand push by DeVries into the back corner. Hit across the net. Lexi Johnson. DeVries is there. When that gets into the net like that, it's hard to keep alive. DeVries did a nice job. Set goes to Schoen. She hits it hard. Set to Carrick. Carrick hits it into that back corner. The Tigers playing well.
Yes, a little misdirection there from the DeVries coming into the backside now. Carrick's able to put it down for the Tigers.
15-5, Red Oak leads, set number 2 in Red Oak. DeVries back to serve for the Tigers. Slow serve, hard across the net to Cameron Venner. Venner hits it across, partially blocked by Carbaugh there, and Jones just couldn't quite get under it. Point will go to the Knights. Back to serve, the libero for the Knights. 15-6, Red Oak leads, set number 2. Into the back row to Jones, right in the net, and DeVries keeps it alive again. Went hits it, but it's just too far, goes out of play, and the point will go to the Knights. 15-8.
It's been a lot of rally points, not rally points, but just swing points here. As Kuemper's getting a couple, Red Oak's getting a couple. Now Red Oak needs to cut them out and stretch their lead a little bit more.
Serve tapped across there by Carbaugh. Hit hard by Sophie Baiting. Lexi Johnson just had the quick reaction to keep it alive. Set to baiting, comes across and hits it, and boy, what a nice play by the Knights.
Knights did a great job. Like I said, they come put all their momentum to the right side of the court, bring it back to the left. A little confusion there on the Tigers.
Back to serve once again for the Knights is the libero.
I wish we had a name on the roster.
I have looked everywhere. I cannot find her. She's a good ball player. Carbaugh goes up, hits it hard, blocked well by the Knights. Jones, and to Went, it goes into the net, and the Knights keep it going here and continue to get back into set number 2 now. 15-10 it will be.
And that's what the Knights did in the last set. Red Oak stretched out their lead, but they're coming right back.
Serve from the libero to Lexi Johnson. Set goes to Went, and boy, Went just dropped it right in that back corner.
Like a golf shot right there. Wish I could have that on my game. A little high arcer right in the corner.
And it just dropped right in the open spot.
Nestled right next to the pin is what I like to say.
16-9. Red Oak leads set number 2. Back to serve. Jones, jump serve as always. Penalty did a nice job getting under it, and Baiting keeps it alive. That's Sophie Baiting. Hit by Went. Into the back row, libero. Set goes to Schoen. She hits it hard. Tigers keep it alive. There's DeVries, hit across by Went. Set comes from Ashlyn Baiting. Kept alive by the Tigers. Another big volley here going. Hit by Went, goes out of play. Last touch by the Knights. Tigers point. 17-9. Red Oak leads set number 2. Back to serve, Abby Jones. I think Abby's played well this evening so far. And
great on the defensive side.
Jump serve. Set comes from Ashlyn Baiting to Schoen. Kept alive by the Tigers. DeVries, free ball across the net. Nice there by Ashlyn Baiting to keep that alive. Lexi Johnson gets under it. DeVries hit by Went. There's penalty on the back row. Pushed up front, set to Schoen. Hit hard. Jones is under it. DeVries to Jones. Little push across the net into that back corner. And Venner just couldn't quite gain control of it. It goes out of play. And the Tigers get the point.
And right there, geez, Jones is all over across the court. She's got a nice spin and serve right back here. She's doing well right now here for the Tigers.
18-9, Red Oak Tiger leads. In the second set, 18-9, the Tigers lead. Tigers won the first set, 25-20. Serve from Jones is low and into that.
I think it's every single time I said somebody's doing something well, it just reverses on me.
That's the way it goes.
Yep.
Now back to serve for the Knights will be Kinsey Schoen. She's a good ball player.
All around.
Serve hard across the net. There's Abby Jones back across the net there. Lennon O'Neill goes up. It's blocked, though, by Sophie Baiting. Pushed by Jones, but just too far. She was shooting for the back corner.
She was shooting
just
for that back corner again.
Now back to serve will be Schoen. 18-11. Red Oak with the lead here in set number 2. Red Oak won the first set 25-20. Schoen into the back row to Jones. DeVries set to Went. Hit hard, kept alive, but it's going to go out of play. And the Tigers get the point.
And Went's hitting it hard tonight, too. Great sets coming from DeVries. Be able to get those hitters some attacks.
Back to serve will be Blackman for Red Oak. Ashlyn Blackman, a junior. Serve into the back row to the libero. Up front to Ashlyn Baiting. Hit by Sophie Baiting, but into the net. Tigers with the point. Sophomore. There's an Ashlyn Baiting that's a sophomore and a Sophie Baiting that's a sophomore.
I'm telling you, they're everywhere.
Ashlyn Baiting to Schoen in the back row. She hits it across the net. DeVries to Lexi Johnson, and Lexi puts that one down.
Dang, she can get a good set to her, you know she's going to put it down hard.
She's going to hit it. She can hit it hard. 21-11, Red Oak with the lead, set number 2. Ashlyn Blackman, nice little serve. Penalty hits it, and Lennon O'Neill goes up, and it just goes out of play. Penalty tries to get under it. It goes back across the net. O'Neill tries to go up and hammer it down, but it goes out on the sideline. Back to serve will be Ashlyn batting, a sophomore, 5'7" sophomore. Low across the net. There's Jones. Set from DeVries to Lexi Johnson that kept alive nicely by the Knights. Hit hard by Venner. DeVries to Lexi Johnson, and this time you're not getting under it. Lexi hits that one hard.
You get her a second chance at that, you know she's going to come back right at you, and she does it right there. Lexi Johnson with a nice kill.
22-12, Red Oak leads set number 2 over the Knights. And it's Carrick with the jump serve into the back row. Shown. Little miscommunication on the part of the Knights there. Kind of bumped into each other, and it hits into the net.
And Red Oak has just been rolling in this set, all momentum on their side of the court.
23-12, Red Oak leads set number 2 here in Red Oak. Tori Carrick back for the Tigers. And it's just, she's going for that sideline just a bit too far, and it goes out of play. Substitutions coming into the ball game here will be Simons. Out of the game, Sophie Bating. Simons back to serve for, that's Macy Simons, another sophomore. Young team, Eli. How many times have I said that?
Very young team.
Into the back row to Jones. DeVries. We're going to have a net violation go under the net on the part of the Tigers. Point goes to the Knights. It's 23-14. Red Oak leads set number 2.
And Kuemper's not going to be going anywhere. They're going to keep fighting, like I said in that first set. They're going to try to crawl their way back here in the second.
Macy Simons with the serve. Jones is there, but just kind of goes wild out up into the bleachers. And the point will go to the Knights. 23-15. Set number 2. Red Oak leads. Red Oak won set number 1, 25-20. Low across the net. Lexi Johnson gets under it. O'Neal hits it across the net. Kept alive by Simons. Now hit free ball across the net there by Roy. Into the back row to Roy. Now hit hard by Michelson. Blackman, DeVries push across the net into the backside to Simons. Venner hits it back across the net. Jones gets under it. Lexi Johnson goes up and hits it hard, and there's Roy to dig it out at the net. And we're going to have a net violation on the part of the Knights. Another one of those kind of long, ragged, kind of a ragged-looking volley, but the Knights or the Tigers get the points. Back into the game is their libero out of the game, Bating.
Right here, set point here for the Tigers.
24-15, set point. O'Neal. Dug out by Roy, passed up front, hit across the net by Venner. And Lexi Johnson goes up and hits it, and the Tigers get the victory 25-15. And set number 2, 25-15. That was pretty much all Tigers in that set. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with set. Welcome back to Red Oak. And set number 3, Tigers win first sets. Mel, how are you?
I'm great. You think I can pay attention and run this and talk?
Well,
I can't do everything.
You can't even do one thing right here.
Oh.
Okay. Melanie's running the camera. Thanks for running the camera, Mel.
I get very distracted.
No.
With her phone, yeah, it
No.
kind of just comes
Okay.
and goes, right?
All right. Mel, thank you. We're set, Ray. We're set for set number 3. Here we go.
Yep, we are.
All right. You're not going to
the
give
mic back.
I can turn it down anytime. Just remember that. So.
Let's make sure we get it set on the right side here too, Melanie.
All right. Set number 3, Tigers win. Set number 1, 25-20 in varsity girls play. Set number 2, 25-15. And one more set, Tigers take their victory, or the Knights are either going to win this or go home, one of the two, because it's 3 of 5, and this will be set number 3.
And I feel like the Knights are going to be coming at right here. They don't want to go home in 3. Want to find their way right back into this match.
Back to serve shown for the Knights. Hit hard into the back row to Jones. There's DeVries. Set goes to Carrick. She just bumps it across the net, but yeah, I think it hit the upright, or it was outside of the upright. Right, Eli?
Or the antenna, whatever you want to call it, right?
Let's go with the upright. You think it's antenna?
That's what Sue Ann's been telling me. She can finalize that with you tomorrow and give you the correct answer.
Knights lead. Into the back row shown. I don't know if you can see that, but
just a little miscommunication.
But Chloe DeVries hits it back, trying to keep it in play, and it just drops across the net. And we're tied up at 1 apiece.
I had someone text and say they enjoyed hearing me on the radio.
Well,
sure, you did.
Was it Maryland?
Huh?
Was it?
So, hit into the net.
See, look, now I'm having to do everything. Run the camera.
Well, you can't text either.
Harass us. Red Oak leads 2-1.
Seriously, do I have to do everything?
We have to give the score here, Mel. That's important stuff.
And move the camera right now.
Into the back throw to Baiting. Hit hard by Sophie Baiting. That was a set from Ashlyn Baiting to Sophie Baiting, and point goes to the Knights.
Like I said, the Knights, they're going to be coming at Red Oak here in this set, trying to find their way back in. All they got to do is start it with 1.
And back to serve is Ashlyn Baiting. Into the back row to Blackman. DeVries set to Lexi Johnson. She hits it in just down the line there. Point goes to the Tigers, and Red Oak leads 3-2, set number 3. Red Oak up 2-0 here in Red Oak. Coming into the ball game for the Knights is Roy, and out of the game, Schoen. Back to serve is Tori Carrick for Red Oak. Set number 3. Red Oak leads 3-2. Into the back row it goes to Vinner. Set and tapped across the net. Julia Michelson, nice job to get the open spot. Coming into the ball game will be Simons, and out of the game, Sophie Baiting for the Knights. And Simons will go back and serve behind the service line. Macy Simons, a sophomore, into the back row to Jones. Lexi Johnson push into that back corner. Set hit by Glenn, but blocked well by the Tigers. Two-end push across the net. DeVries to Lexi Johnson. She taps it. There to get under, it's Vinner. Blackman, DeVries, Lexi Johnson hit and handled well. Tori Carrick can't quite chase that one down. It goes out of play. She gave it all she had, and the point will go to the Knights.
Big block there from the Knights, too. Big momentum shifter, too. Them getting the ball back.
Macy Simons serves low and into the net. We're tied up at 4 apiece here in set number 3. Into the game, Carball. Out of the game, Jones for Red Oak. And back to serve is O'Neill for Red Oak. Tied up at 4 apiece, set number 3. Red Oak leads 2-0. Into the back row. Baiting. Pushed up front to Michelson. Set goes to Lexi Johnson. Woo, she hit that one hard.
She's been swinging hard tonight. She's been swinging good. Drop it right in the middle of the court there, Lexi Johnson does.
Back to serve O'Neill. Red Oak leads 5-4. O'Neill back to serve. Taps the top ribbon and bounces across the net, and the Tigers get the point. A serve.
A serve right
by
there.
Lennon O'Neill. 6-4. Red Oak leads set number 3. O'Neill behind the service line. This one's a little softer, a little miscommunication on the part of the Knights. Free ball across the net by the libero, Blackman. O'Neill up front to Carball. She gets it across the net into the back row. It goes to Simons. Up front, tapped across by Michelson. Set to Lexi Johnson, and she hits this one down again. Kind of that cross-court hit, and whoo.
And man, she's already got, I think, 4 kills here just in this set, and it's 7-4.
7-4. Red Oak leads. O'Neill behind the service line for Red Oak. Hit across the net into the back row. Ace serve by Lennon O'Neill.
And I'm not even going to say it, so you already know what I want to say, and I'm not going to say it.
Ace
So
serve.
let's take it at that.
We're going to have a timeout on the court, and Tigers lead 8-4. I think Melanie's liking this mic
I think
deal.
we
I think
should-
she is.
Since I can't hear you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and start talking. If they're watching on YouTube
Uh-huh.
and they haven't subscribed to our page,
Please
they should
do.
do that,
Yeah, hit subscribe.
because then and set the notifications
Yeah.
so you don't miss a
lick.
beat.
You won't miss
A serve,
anything.
a kill, or
I mean,
a
you
block.
never know what's going to happen.
I might just go live from Maryville one of these times. You might
I wish
never
you would.
know.
That'd be like we could be there.
Then we know what's going
Check
on.
in on what's happening.
I don't know if Allie
So-
wants you guys down there.
But
That might be the
subscribe.
funny thing.
But you could. They need to subscribe.
You guys can
if
see
they're
Chubb,
watching,
right?
and then they won't miss a second of anything fun we do.
That's right.
There we go.
Want
Perfect.
this back now?
Yeah. 8-4, Red Oak with the lead. Set number three. Red Oak leads 2-0.
Red Oak looking to
Set
close
number
it out.
3. O'Neal, dug out by Roy. Up front, hit to Michelson across the net. We're going to have a violation, a 2-touch violation, it looks like to me. Point goes to the Knights.
Knights need this here big to shift that momentum right back to them on their side, and they're going to be bringing it here.
Serve comes across the net from Venner. Hit to Lexi Johnson. Knights get under it. Blackman set to Lexi. Hit hard. Kept alive. Shown back across the net, and it's Jones. Jones is there but couldn't quite control that one. Back to serve once again, Venner for the Knights. Cameron Venner, she's a junior. Into the back row to Jones. DeVries set to Carbaugh. Carbaugh hits it hard. Knights keep it alive. There's Lexi Johnson, DeVries. And Tigers going for that stack, and it didn't work. Bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah, miscommunication there. You know, it's early. 8-7 here in this set. Like I said, momentum's going to be huge. Try to keep it on your side.
Carbaugh gets under it. Knights have a 2-touch violation. Knights showing a little more life. Well, this is do or die for them at this point.
Exactly. A lot more energy coming from that side. They want this set bad. Just so does Red Oak.
Red Oak leads 9-7. Lexi Johnson behind the service line. Michaels set goes to Schoen. She hits it, and Carbaugh gets it back across the net. Libero up front. It goes to Ashlyn Baiting. Hit across the net by Simons. There's Went. Set to Schoen. Hits into the net. Tigers point. 10-7. 10-7. Red Oak leads set number 3. Lexi Johnson serving for the Tigers. Red Oak leads 2-0. And here we go. Serve into the back row. Up front, set from Baiting to Glenn. Point goes to the Knights.
Knights still coming back. Red Oak trying to stretch this out. 10-8 here, trying to get out here in 3. Kuemper has nothing about it here right now.
Avery Peddlety, sophomore. She's good behind the service line.
Seems like we've heard that name a lot behind the service line.
Peddlety. This serve is low. She was being aggressive, trying to get it just across the net, and gets just a bit too low. Hits the top ribbon, falls to the Knights side, and the Tigers get the point. Red Oak leads set number 3, 11-8. Chloe DeVries with the serve. Hit across by the libero. Set to Carbaugh. Carbaugh hits it down, but it goes out of play. Point goes to the Knights.
It goes to Red Oak, actually.
What was the call there, Eli?
I couldn't tell you for
I
sure.
didn't see that.
The refs know more than we do,
Point
obviously.
goes to the Tigers. Nice soft serve there by DeVries. And hit right into the net by Glenn, Franny Glenn. And it's Red Oak 13. Carol Kuemper 8, set number 3. Red Oak leads 2-0. Little soft serve again by DeVries. And Schoen goes up and tries to push it across the net sideways and doesn't make it across the net.
And I'll say, even if I jinx him here, Red Oak's doing a great job on the service line tonight throughout these 3 sets here so far. They got to be up in the 90 percentile right now.
14-8. Red Oak leads set number 3. DeVries serve into the back corner to Penalty. There's baiting. Set goes to Schoen. Or check that, set went to Glenn.
Woo! Carrick right there across court lands it right on the line. Big kill right there for Tori Carrick.
Back to serve is DeVries. 15-8. Red Oak leads. Serve from DeVries. She's going for that little sock just over the net serve, and this time just not quite enough. And the point goes to the Knights. Back to serve will be the libero for Kuemper. 15-9. Red Oak leads set number 3. Serve into the back row to Jones. Pushes up front. DeVries. Now Carrick is there with the hit. Up front set comes from Ashland baiting to Schoen. Carrick blocks it, but it goes out of play. Point will go to the Knights. Once again, serve goes into the back row to Johnson. There's Went. Penalty gets under it. There's Carbaugh to go up and just keep it tapped across the net.
Carbaugh can jump, and she gets above the net like that. She can put that ball any which way on the court.
16-10. Red Oak leads set number 3. Back to serve will be Jones. Jump serve from Abby Jones into the back row. Glenn hit across by Sophie Baiting. And the point goes to the Knights. 16-11. Back to serve will be Kinsey Schoen for the Knights. 16-11. Set number 3. Red Oak leads. Schoen's low and hard right across the net, and it just drops right into that spot. Tigers can't get to it. A serve by Kinsey Schoen.
And the Kuemper's not going to be going anywhere. They're going to be battling all the way through here to try to pick up a set here to stay alive.
Into the back row to Jones. Up front, DeVries set to O'Neill. She taps it across the net. Baiting free balls it across the net. Went. There's Schoen getting under it. Baiting. Set goes to Venner. She hits it across. Jones digs it. Passed up front to DeVries. Hit to Carrick. Blocked back across the net into the open spot, and the Knights get the point.
And Knights all momentum on their side, battling back here in this third set.
Back to serve Schoen for the Knights. Hard serve. There's Jones. She gets under it. But it's up close to the net. That's so hard to handle.
And, and especially gets up close to the net. Kuemper's got all the momentum there. Just try to put something down on it, and they did.
Back to serve Schoen. Schoen's got a run going here. It's a 2-point contest now. 16-14. Red Oak leads. Set number 3. Hard serve by Schoen. There's Jones. Set goes to Went. Kept alive by Ashland Baiting. Hit across the net by Venner. Kept alive by Jones. Set goes to Lexi Johnson. Nice hit at the net. Went, taps it up across the net. Ashland Baiting to Sophie Baiting, and just out of time, and the point goes to the Tigers.
And that's a big point there, I think, for Red Oak, too. Kills the momentum from the Knights. Try to get something going on the service line here now.
17-14, Red Oak leads. Substitution coming into the ball game will be Roy. Out of the game, Schoen for the Knights. Blackman back at the service line for Red Oak. Across the net into the back row, it's Roy. Ashland Baiting to Sophie Baiting. Kept alive by Blackman. DeVries set to Lexi Johnson. Blocked. Jones keeps it alive. O'Neill at the net. Blocked by O'Neill and then tapped across. Set to Lexi Johnson. Two-hand push across the net. Two-touch, double touch by the Tigers.
I wish we would have had it on film there, but Liz Carla's mom just about fell over down the bleachers here going nuts. She's awesome.
She's cheering.
That's right.
Back to serve is Ashland Baiting. Jones. Carrick pushes it across the net, and the Knights can't keep it alive, and it goes out of play into the bleachers. Tigers point, 18-15.
Great heads-up play right there by Carrick. Sees the open spot on the left-hand side. Give it a nice little bump over. Gets to a point.
Tori Carrick with the jump serve. Into the back row it goes. Getting under, it's Venner. Up front, Ashland Baiting. Back to Venner. And it's a nice hard hit, and the point goes to the Knights.
Like I said, Knights don't want to go home just yet. They're battling back here in this third set, trying to get to the fourth.
18-16, 2-point game. It is Red Oak 2-0 here. 18-16, Red Oak leads this third set. Into the back row to Jones. DeVries set to O'Neal. It goes into the net. Point to the Knights. It's a 1-point set.
Kind of just out of sync right here for Red Oak. A timeout might be well needed here if Kuemper gets himself a point.
Serve into the back row from...
And that's what they need right there. Lexi Johnson coming in with a kill.
Hit. Big hit by Lexi. Big swing. 19-17. Coming back into the ballgame, Sophie Bating. Out of the game, Simons. Back to serve for the Tigers will be O'Neal. Hit up front. Across the net goes to Peter, puts it across the net. And there's Carbaugh with the kill for the Tigers. Liz Carbaugh.
2 big kills, one from Johnson, one to Carbaugh. Right there is what they need, get themselves to 20.
20-17, Red Oak leads set number 3. Back to serve is O'Neal. Into the back row, ace serve by Lennon O'Neal.
And that's what they need, momentum, 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 and it's all on Red Oak's side right now. A timeout, Kuemper.
21-17, Red Oak leads set number 3. We're going to take a quick break and be back after these messages. Set number 3, Red Oak leads 2-0 here over the Knights, and we're in set 3. Red Oak leads 21-17. Behind the service line for Red Oak, Lennon O'Neal, just off of an ace serve into the back row to the libero. Venner to Flynn. She hits it across the net. DeVries, Lexi Johnson, push into the back corner. Knights get under it. Set to Venner. She hits it across the net. There's O'Neal at the net, kept alive by Carbaugh, pushed across by Carrick. Set goes to Venner. She hits it hard, but we're going to have a net violation or 2-touch violation, they say. Or was that a net violation?
I think it was
Eli?
a net violation.
All right.
I just think they put the number 2 for something. I don't know what it's for.
21-18, Red Oak leads, serve into the back row, and ace serve by the Knights.
And Kuemper's coming right back into it.
Cameron Venner, they're fighting. It's a 2-point set. Heads up play by the Tigers to let it go out on the side, and the point goes to the Tigers, 22-19. Back to serve is Lexi Johnson now. For Red Oak, Lexi Johnson back to serve. Officials are talking quite a bit here now. Here we go. Lexi's serve is across the net. Ace serve by Lexi Johnson.
2 more here for Red Oak to close it out.
23-19, Red Oak with the lead. Set number 3. Serve across the net into the back row. Pushed up front to Ashlyn Batting. Blocked by Carbaugh. And it's set point. 24-19. Back to serve is Lexi Johnson. Soft across the net. Up front, set goes to Schoen. Kept alive by Carrick. Set to Went. Went hits it across the net. Knights get it across the net. Carrick, DeVries set to Carbaugh. Carbaugh hits it down. Knights keep it alive. And the Knights get the point.
Knights still battling back. Match point for Red Oak. Kuemper's got the ball here, serving over. Kuemper's not going anywhere.
24-20. And back to serve will be Peddlety. 24-20, set point here. I guess this will be match point, wouldn't it?
Yep, match point here for Red Oak.
Peddlety, Jones, set to Carbaugh. She hits it down, and that's it. 25-20. Tigers win in 3 straight. 25-20 over the Knights. Well, Eli, what are your thoughts?
Right there, I mean, the whole, obviously, first home game of the season for Red Oak, kind of sloppy on both sides in their beginning, but Red Oak came out big here, kept the momentum on their side, was swinging well. Abby Jones, I think, for the night was digging everywhere. She was everywhere on the court, coming back and forth. Lexi Johnson and Liz Carba with some big swings, able to finish that out. Red Oak on top in 3. Like I said, kind of a young squad here for Kuemper. On both sides, I think, too, got a lot of juniors for Red Oak. But you know what? I think Liz Carba, Abby Jones, and Lexi Johnson really brought it here tonight.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages. Hey, what a fun game, Eli.
I know it.
This is the Red Oak Greenhouse post-game show, the Red Oak Greenhouse post-game show, and thanks to them for making it possible for the Red Oak Greenhouse post-game show. Our appreciation to them. And thanks to everyone that watched with our streaming tonight. We're going to be here just a little bit. Hope to get the visit with at least Coach Montgomery or maybe a couple of Tigers. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work this year, to be honest with you. But it is the Red Oak Greenhouse post-game show, and our thanks to them for sponsoring. It was a lot of fun. Like you said, Eli, the Tigers, they pretty much controlled it. I mean, from the start, I think the Knights took off on a quick run early in that first set, and then Tigers just settled in, and off they go. So
we're muted here. But, no, that's exactly what you said. Knights came out kind of firing, and then Red Oak caught themselves calm, was able to come in here, get it done in 3. That shows a lot to everybody out in the state, too. It was a ranked matchup coming into the night.
Yep.
But you know what? Kudos to Red Oak here tonight. Brought it here, had some big swings, great scrappy defense, and that's what Red Oak's known for, is that scrappy defense.
Lexi Johnson with some big swings, big kills. Liz Carbaugh with some big swings and big kills. And but like I say, Abby Jones, it seemed like she was getting under everyone. Senior night here tonight, so –
very special there.
Good to them. And Liz's parents are sitting right down here by us. They were fun to watch.
They were fun to watch. I wish we would have got a video of Liz's mom.
So, I mean, we're going to have to put they're into it. It was a lot of fun to watch.
We might need to put a mic on them next time. Maybe not. I don't know.
So, the Red Oak Greenhouse post-game show, and the Tigers come up big. Let me do just a quick recap for you, Eli. In freshman play, Kuemper comes up 2-0 over the Tigers, 25-17, 25-22. Junior varsity play, the Knights win 2-1, 25-23, 19-25, 15-12 in junior varsity play. Knights come away with that. And in 3 straight, the Red Oak Tigers in varsity play come up big over the Knights of Kuemper, 25-20, 25-15, 25-20 here in Red Oak tonight. Been a lot of fun, Eli.
Yeah, a lot of fun. You know that. We'll be back here. I don't know when the next game is for sure, but Aaron and I will be back right here trying to bring it to you live.
We're going to bring it to you. We did have a little bit of an issue with some of our streaming here tonight. We're going to gain our radio audience back here in about 2 seconds. And welcome back to our radio audience. And, yeah, Eli, a little streaming problem here tonight. We got the kinks worked out, and thanks for doing that. And thanks to everybody that watched. And we're going to have to just celebrate here a little bit. And like I said, hopefully we're going to have the opportunity to get to visit with Coach Angie Montgomery here in just a minute, maybe, and we'll see. I think she might be heading this way, and we might get to visit with Coach Montgomery.
Yep.
And I'm going to hand her the mic. And Coach Montgomery, are we ready to go? We are live and on the air here.
Oh, hi, you're live and on
We're live.
I just don't have you in my ear right now.
No, this is different, isn't it?
It's very different.
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
It's different. I can, yes.
Okay. Okay, Coach. I mean, my goodness, Coach. Okay. So, and the folks online, too. This is the Red Oak Greenhouse postgame show online. So
fantastic.
Thanks to everyone for watching. Okay, yes. Coach. Right from the start, right at the very beginning, the Knights came out, opened up 5-1, 5-2, and then it was all Tigers the rest of the night. Talk to me about what you saw.
This team is going to surprise people. We lost a lot of big names and firepower from last season, but I really think what this team brings is a lot of balance. And it doesn't, You got Cam on the outside, Tori on the right side that can just hit really good shots.
Yeah.
I say, and these girls don't know who I'm talking about, but Rachel Pearson, way back in,
Oh, yeah.
I apologize, Rachel, I don't remember what year you graduated. She was fantastic
I
always
remember.
on the right side and the outside. She would just finesse that ball exactly where we needed it to be. You know, Kuemper was giving us a lot of line, and that really never closed up.
Yep.
So we just kept telling them to go there, and they were hitting some great shots there. So, I mean.
It didn't seem there was maybe just a little nerves right at the very, very beginning. But it's like the girls settled in, and they're just playing ball.
Yeah, I mean, our defense, I thought, was just stellar tonight. I thought Abby did a fantastic job digging in the back row. Ashlyn, like those two just keep a lot of stuff playable.
Yep.
They read really well, too. They can read hitters well. They read when our block doesn't quite get closed because we still have an issue of that sometimes. But, you know, for the most part, like those two back there are a big reason that we do what we do.
I thought that you mentioned Abby, and we commented on her several times tonight. But up front, Coach, I thought that you did well up front, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, some big swings from Lexi. Liz came up with some big swings tonight.
Yep.
And talk to me about the service line. What did you see from behind the service line?
We're a tough serving team
yes,
this year.
Yes, you are.
Between Lennon's serve, she's got a hard serve. Ashlyn is just they're just extremely efficient, and they can read spots really well. It's a hard, like, low, not a lot of spin on the serve. So, I mean, I guess, honestly, from the serving line, I just really like what I see. I mean, just really like it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it too, Coach.
Thank
I
you.
thought it was great. Yes. I mean, what more do you say? They did great.
Yes.
They won 3 sets.
I know.
So.
And a lot of, you know, our seniors, one of Chloe's comments a couple days ago was they have not beaten Kuemper in their high school careers. And so you've
Check
got
that one
senior
off the
night,
list.
You know, a lot of uncertainty of, you know, throughout the whole season.
Yep.
Or the whole off season so far. And so that was one of their big messages. They wanted this win. And we went out and got it. And there might be a little bit of revenge in there. That it's good to go toe-to-toe with a really good team. And
okay,
I
Coach,
feel like we're in a good place.
Have we all has Tori always had the jump serve? I don't remember that from last year.
Yeah, and she's consistent with it. And it's hard. And
Yeah.
you would think, like, between Tori and Abby, who jump consistently and play 6 rotations, like we saw Saturday – where, I mean, we were still playing into 7 o'clock at night, and they were still jumping. So extremely in shape, and because it takes a lot of energy, and then you're on the court all the time. So we're going to be a tough serving team.
Tell me statistically what you see, and then I want you to talk just a minute about your seniors.
Of course. Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them right here with me. Looks like Lexi led us tonight with 12 kills. Liz and Tori were both right in there with 7 apiece. Cam had 6 kills. Abby had 1. Chloe had 2. Lennon had 2. So just, a really good balanced attack there. We've really been trying to focus on keeping teams guessing about where our attack is coming. Drawing a block. We had times where, anyone's going to go with Lexi. And that opened up like twice. Liz was just wide open.
Yeah.
And so, that's just working for each other and, looking for those openings are just fantastic.
When's our next outing?
We play next Tuesday night, day after Labor Day, we go to Glenwood. And that's going to be a tough one.
That's going to be a tough one.
Glenwood is a very, very good, sound team. But I think if we take this defensive effort that we had tonight, clean some things up, we're going to be right in there. I think people will take us for granted, absolutely, and it's hard not to. So I really hope that our play, and these guys are absolutely fantastic leaders.
Tell me about these guys. We have Abby Jones, we have Cameron Wint, and hiding back there somewhere is Chloe DeVries somewhere. Tell me about them.
Well, and Kobe's down there somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. These guys are just fantastic. Some of the best leadership we have literally had. I think they are responsible for the tempo that we play, for the expectations. We've said all along that the team that wins this conference is going to be deep, and these guys keep everybody toes their line. Everybody is given as much as they can in practice. But, Abby, going from setter to setter wherever we need. What was that in your sophomore year when Ellie went down at that tournament? We just kind of pulled her in, and she probably looked at us like, what the heck am I doing here? Can do about anything.
Yeah.
And she proved that tonight. Defensively just was wow. Chloe, we didn't talk about earlier either, but how did she fly all over the court?
Everywhere.
And what's great about Chloe is, I don't think we had one double contact tonight. And she's very, very good also on the fly with her bump set. She doesn't get frazzled if she can't get to something with her hands. She's worked really hard on her bump set. So just great leadership. And she's got quite the attack going on. So she and blocks. We love when she can get blocks. And you had one kill on an overpass or a bump set that you were trying something. So we love that. Absolutely love that. Yep. Cam has been on the bench with us for the last couple years, and she is like the most analytical player. Honestly, she'll sit at the end of the bench with me when she's out or in the past couple of years, and she is constantly talking about where openings are, and that's why I think she is just going to be a huge player for us from either pin this year, because she just sees the court really well. I don't know how many kills, 6, 7, 6.
It seemed like a bunch.
And it's a lot. It's finesse, and it's looking at really good openings.
Yep.
And we've said, the more dominant that Lexi and even Liz are, the more wide open all those pins are going to be, and she's capitalized on all of that. So I'm really proud of these guys. I mean, I'm glad that we could get their senior night in, and we are our mantra all year has been getting these 3 to November. That is why we have masks on the bench. I mean, you see a lot of teams that don't. That is why we do what we do, so that we can get these guys their full season and, get them another green banner, because they're going to be responsible for that, and they can do it.
This is your opener in this gym, Coach.
It is.
This is your opener. Yeah. Way to start off, guys. Good job, Coach. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
You.
They're going to be. I'm looking forward to it all year.
Thank you. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Say hi to Nancy, guys.
Say hi. All right, there you go. All right, and now we're going to have the opportunity to visit a little bit with. Thanks, Coach. Abby Jones. Abby, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. Okay, what a game tonight. Kuemper, your home opener in the Orange Gym. Talk to me about what you said. Are you sore? Are you bruised after a night like tonight? Look at that. See,
yeah,
Eli?
My jersey.
Oh, my goodness gracious. You were everywhere digging them out. I mean, tell me what you saw out there.
I just felt like we really prepared for this week. I mean, we didn't underestimate Kuemper because – you never know, and I felt they came in and put up a good fight, and I feel like we've really been doing a ton of digging drills and working on giving Chloe the perfect pass so she can have the perfect set to the hitters, and I felt like we just came in here ready to play, and I felt like the whole team did really good.
You guys did come ready to play. I told Coach Montgomery the first 2 or 3 or 4 points of the first set, and then after that it was all Tigers. I mean, you guys just dominated the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Game plan executed well?
Yeah, it did.
All right, very good. Abby Jones, senior. What's it mean to be a senior to you, Abby?
Honestly, kind of surprising. Hasn't really hit me yet, but
no. Enjoy the year.
I know. Yeah.
All right. That's very good. And Cameron Went. Cam, how are you?
Good.
It's nice to see you. Tell me what you saw out there. I thought you played great tonight. How'd you feel about your performance?
I thought we did really good defensively.
Yes.
Everybody just did their part. And we all just came together as a team, and that's what we needed to do.
You guys have been playing together a long time. So what's it like playing with each other?
Long time.
They're great. Well, it's crazy to think this is our last year, and then we go our separate ways.
And I enjoyed reading what you're looking forward to. So so tell me what you did preparing coming in tonight. What was your role? And tell me what you focused on tonight.
I think our biggest thing this year is just being able to pull the block for our other hitters. And I think that was one of our biggest things that we did tonight is we all worked for each other. And I think that is what got us. We all worked for each other. Absolutely.
Senior night in the Orange Gym, home opener for the season, and you beat Kuemper.
Yeah.
Holy cow. What a great deal. Congratulations. And Chloe DeVries. Chloe, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
I heard you earlier this week in an interview with Matt.
Yes.
So tell me what you saw out there tonight, Chloe.
Well, I was just so happy with how he played. For those of you listening, if you didn't know by now, I don't think I've ever wanted to win a volleyball game more than I wanted to win that volleyball game tonight. But I thought, I couldn't be happier with how we did. Everybody, we've had that bad taste in our mouth since the state semifinals last year, and we wanted this one so bad, and I think we prepared really well. We scouted really well. We knew what we needed to do, and we went out and executed, and I was just really, really happy with our performance today and wouldn't have wanted to do it with anybody else. These guys are, these two and the rest of my team, these are my best friends, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be or anybody else I'd rather be with.
What are our goals for this year? What are we gonna do?
We want to win one of those.
There you go.
That's the Hawkeye 10 Conference, and we want to get one of those, and that's a green banner.
All right, very good. So I like it. So where are we going next?
We play Glenwood Tuesday, which is the day after Labor Day, at Glenwood. So anybody can come to that. They don't have a capacity restriction or anything. So wear your mask because we're not trying to get the Rona, and come support, be loud, because that's a game. That's another game we want really bad. And they're, number 6
That's a
in
huge
4A,
game for
so
us,
that's
yeah.
a huge game for us. That could help us a lot. And, we know what we got to do, and starting at practice tomorrow, we're just going to get ready for our game plan on them and get after it.
And it's time to go.
Yes,
it's,
it is.
It's celebrate tonight, but then get to work tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Very good. So our seniors with us, Abby Jones, Chloe DeVries, and Cameron Wentz, seniors tonight. Congratulations to you all, and look forward to watching you all season.
Thank
Awesome.
you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Make it a great night. And, boy, what a fun night that was. And Aaron West here along with Eli Bells. Eli, we're going to take one more quick break, and then we're going to be right back after these messages. Can you? Yeah.